property leases, common clauses and what they really mean. So what are the common pitfalls?
Ultimately, when a tenant takes on a property, they will fit it out initially for their immediate occupation and use and fit for purpose. Over a period of time, there may well be the opportunity and the need to improve the space depending on their requirements. So it could be installation of air conditioning, it could be a new refit, it could be adding physical space by way of an extension or something else. Now, that's known as a tenant's improvement rather. It's very important to check the terms of your lease at this stage to make sure that you're getting all the necessary permissions up front from the landlord in writing. The reason this is very important is because if you don't obtain that permission and you at a later stage come up to, let's say, a rent review, the landlord can actually monetize those improvements. For example, if you extended the property and you didn't get the necessary consents, the landlord could turn around and say, well, okay, you've extended my property, thank you very much, that's at your cost, and I'm going to charge you rent for it. So another commercial lease term that people often get tripped up on are something what's known as dilapidations. If they take a space that is actually in quite poor condition, they get to the end of their lease and then they're hit with a huge dilapidations bill to bring that property back up to speed, or in many cases in much better condition than when they took it on. The best way to protect yourself against that, if you do take on a space that isn't in grade A condition, is to have a building surveyor come in, draw up a schedule of condition, a photographic schedule of condition with detailed comments. Both parties would agree that that schedule is correct. That schedule will then get documented to the lease that is agreed, and there will be a clause, a repairing clause and a yielding up provision in the lease which says that when the tenant hands back the space, they're not obliged to hand it back in any better condition than when they found it. And then just one more. A rent review is fundamentally a point in time within the lease, especially a longer term lease of say 5 years or more, where the landlord has the ability to review the rent and bring it up to market rent levels. However, quite often the landlord will either forget or neglect to instigate that rent review, or he may even instigate it but not conclude it. The tenant typically will forget about it or stay quiet. However, what they don't realise is that in the future the landlord can trigger that review again and backdate all of that increase, the increased rent and interest on top of that.
For more information on how to choose the right property for your business, visit the London Growth Hub website.